What is happening, guys? It is your main man, Matt, from the DFS Pack. I'm rocking it with my homie, the DFS Patriot. Got 13 NBA games to crush, so really no time to waste. I know a little bit late this afternoon. We wanted to do football earlier. So, yeah, we're going to try to do this fast and fierce, as fast as we can for a 13-game slate. Excited to talk this one out with you. What's going on with you?
Yeah, no, I mean, video earlier went smooth with football. This is the last big slate, obviously, before Thanksgiving. 13 games, so there's going to be a lot of spots where you just pass and move on. And there's going to be a lot of people that we like and some not like. So, you got to think 26 teams in play. You just got to trust your gut and go with what works.
Agreed. I could not agree more. So there's already a couple guys I'm really targeting in on, and others I'm not. So why don't you pull this up and we'll start game by game.
Word. All right. We are in it. So, again, 13 games. So, Phoenix and Cleveland. And if you want to start, I didn't pull up I have the pace of plays right here. We'll just go pace of plays right now because I haven't.
Yeah,
I'll pull that
cool. Yeah, there's no big.
So, Phoenix is 9th in pace of play, and Cleveland is 28th. So, it's a tick of approximately 2 more possessions for Cleveland.
Right off the bat, we're at a game where I think we can just kind of move on. I mean, both these teams, well, Phoenix, starting with Phoenix, they're healthy and they're priced accordingly. I have no issues with Booker, Paul, Ayton, but none of them are priorities on a slate like this. As far as Cleveland goes, things open up if Garland sits. If Garland sits, then you got Rubio, I think, is more in play, but he's priced up.
He's pricey, yeah.
Jared Allen, my favorite play from this entire game.
Yep, I get that. And this line right now is 7.5 and 210.
Yeah, so if I were to play one guy from this game, it'd be Jared Allen. That said, I doubt I play him.
Yeah, I mean, not a game that I'm overly excited to touch. And again, on 13 games, you really pick to choose your spots. I don't mind marking in this spot, but again, don't love it.
Yeah, agreed. It looks like he's going to play 30 minutes, so I don't hate that, but not where I'm prioritizing at all.
Nope. All right, that was easy.
Yeah, there's gonna have to be like that.
Yeah. So we got Indy and the Lakers. Lakers are first in pace of play, and Indy is 23rd. We have a 5.5 point. Wow. So the Lakers are 5.5 point dogs. And
really?
216. Yeah. So the line opened at 217 and they were 1 point dog. Now it's 216 and they're 5.5 point dogs.
I don't believe that. I'm checking it right now because they're all playing. You're right. I do see 5.5. It makes.
Who's sitting? I wonder
if AD questionable now.
AD and LeBron. LeBron is his back or something like that. Oh, abdominal.
Yeah. So now I see. So this is hard to speak on. I'll say it like this. If all the Lakers play, I'm not playing any of them. If AD and LeBron sit, I'm playing Westbrook. If just LeBron sits, probably still playing Westbrook. If just AD sits, probably still maybe playing Westbrook, but probably not playing either LeBron or Westbrook. But Westbrook's the only guy I'm playing in any scenario.
Yeah, I think for me, obviously if AD and LeBron sit, I'm going Horton Tucker. I'm going right back to that well.
Sure.
And I'm going to go Westy. And then if AD sits and LeBron plays, I'm probably just going to be off it, quite frankly.
Same.
And then if LeBron sits and AD's in, I think Westy's in play. But with the line like that, I just don't see a way that either of those guys play.
Well, they're at least thinking that at least one of them sits. I'm with you. They might both sit. I mean, and then Westbrook becomes just a smash play.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Westbrook's the only dude, I think you just start with him and Horton Tucker, and that's it. Then you move on.
I agree with that. And then, man, looking at the Indiana side, they're affordable. Brogdon at 7,600 looks like a real good play.
Yeah, he's super cheap for who he is.
I don't think he's going to break the slate, but he's also lost run because of blowouts. That's the other thing about this. The past 2 games have been blowouts. The game before that, their second unit played really well in a game that was a blowout. So they just left the second unit in. If you assume this game is competitive, I like Brogdon a ton here.
Yeah, and I think Vegas kind of makes that point that, they're 5-point favorites. Even if you don't believe they're 5-point favorites, you got to assume that's going to be closer than that.
Agreed. So and if
firmly
they
a play for
won,
me as well.
the Lakers, he sucks. Like,
Yeah,
I think that they'll be able to do whatever he wants here. So I like Brogdon a lot.
Yep. I agree with that statement for sure.
The biggest problem is a lot of guards on this slate I like a lot.
Well, and that's it. Like, there's 13 games. There's 26 teams, guys. Like, there's going to be way too many guys at each position that you like, and you just got to really push it down to who is your favorite from those positions.
Agreed.
What do you think about Duarte?
Not really interested.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind him. I mean, 4,100, but again, there's just so many options.
I'd play Robinson, Roy Robinson Earl over him, like basically the same price.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. Covington, yep. He's going to play 35 minutes a game. Right, yep. So, yeah, I mean, from this, I think this is the wait-and-see game, but the way the line's dictating, you're going to have at least one, if not both of them out. Agreed.
And that just makes – I'm with you on Horton Tucker. A lot of strong plays on this slate. So, I actually – yeah, if both LeBron and AD are out, I think Horton Tucker's a really strong play.
Yeah, I mean, 55. And, like, he wasn't great last night either, so people might
be upset
with him still. Right, that's what I'm saying. So, like, people will be upset with him still because some people play with that bias.
Yeah, for sure. Recency bias, no doubt.
Yep.
We'll just have to wait on this news. I mean, AD was questionable last night and played, albeit not very good. LeBron, interesting that he's now questionable. So we'll have to definitely wait and see. Was there anyone else from Indy? Was there anyone else from Indy you liked?
I don't mind McConnell at 46. He's just a consistent player in my eyes. But again, he's not where I'm going to go with 46 on a 13 game slate.
Yeah, no thanks for me. Miles Turner is slightly appealing at 6K, but probably not where I land either. But I'd get to him over McConnell.
Yep.
I feel like McConnell's still priced for Brogdon to be out.
What'd you say?
I feel like McConnell's still priced for Brogdon to be out.
Correct. Yep, he is.
So, I don't know. That's basically it for me. Brogdon and the guys from the Lakers we talked about. If the other guys sit, shall we move on?
Yes, and it'll be nice tonight because we're not going to play the waiting game because of the first tip-off.
That is very nice, yes.
Next one is Orlando and Charlotte. Charlotte plays at the 5th highest pace of play. Orlando is at the 17th pace of play. Charlotte is 7.5-point favorites, 219 over under, and Charlotte has jumped 3 points from the opening of being 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah, that's no surprise. Orlando's pretty bad. As far as Charlotte goes, they're healthy and priced affordably. So not a team I'm looking to get to. LaMelo Ball's definitely the best piece, and I don't mind him in tournaments. Like, he can throw up 60 at any game. But I like Westbrook more, potentially. I like Brogdon more. I like John Morant more. I like Dejounte Murray more. So if I'm playing one lineup, there's no way I can get to LaMelo Ball, but I still think he's a strong play. And that doesn't even talk about the value cards, a bunch of which are on Orlando. I mean, I see Jalen Suggs. I mean, Orlando's got some chalky pieces here. Suggs, Wagner, Wendell Carter, Bamba, all coming in like 15% or higher on a 13-game slate. That's ownership.
Yeah, I mean, the only one that I don't mind going back to Wagner because he was so bad the last game. You got a price decrease in a pace-up spot. I mean, if he shoots 9 shots, I don't see him going 0 for 9 again. And at 3,900, I mean, I don't mind that.
Games.
Right. But I don't mind. I mean, he's 3,900.
I agree. He's my favorite of the bunch too. And I get Suggs also, but like,
it's chalky Orlando. It's very similar to like a chalky Jets team. Like, take it with a grain of salt.
I think you can mix in pieces, but I'm not going to be using like a ton of these guys in tournaments. I just think there's a ton of good plays elsewhere. I don't need to settle on these guys.
Right, exactly. So he got upgraded. That's something to watch. I think
it doesn't do anything for me because like I'm not really playing anyone from Charlotte, and if he's in, it only muddies the mix.
Well, that's exactly it. Because I was saying like you could look at Plumlee again, but again, it's it's not where I'm going to go at center. I have a darling of mine that I want to go right to, which we'll talk about later.
All right, excellent.
Sorry.
No, that was it. That's all I got for that game.
All right, sweet. So this one, Boston, Brooklyn. Boston pace of play is way down, 27th, and Brooklyn is 17th. Let's see what we got. We got a pick'em game at 215 over under.
Not much from this game I like, man. One guy I'm looking at a little bit, actually, crazily enough, is James Johnson.
Yep, that's crazy, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he's productive whenever he gets minutes, and
he's 42
minutes. That's cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like he's taken a ton of shots the past 2 games, dude. Like, people are playing Bembry. Like, give me him all day over Bembry.
Oh, absolutely. And he does a little bit of everything too. Like, he'll take all those shots and he'll do everything else.
Yeah, agreed. Now, Millsap, has he not played in a while?
I feel like it's been a minute since he's played.
Because he's just like not play because like what's his deal?
He just doesn't play. Like, you look at his game log, it's literally.
He still played last game too, though. So like that doesn't take me away from James Johnson. James over him in the rotation.
Correct. Yeah. I was gonna say he just gets a couple minutes here and there as like a filler piece.
Yeah. So like, I like James Johnson actually at that price point. There's a bunch of guys at that price point: Robinson, Earl, Covington, James Johnson. I think James Johnson, out of all those 3 guys, is probably the riskiest, but has the highest upside.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that, like we just said, he's productive and like offensively and defensively on the boards, he's active. Like, he's an active player. He's not just a guy that's going to sit in the corner. Yeah,
agreed. So he's definitely a play for me, but I'm not spending big money on the big guy for Brooklyn. I kind of like Tatum, but I don't think I'll get there on this slate because both these teams kind of play slowish. I mean, Brooklyn doesn't play as fast as we would have thought they would.
No, and that's changed since a kid left.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other side, for the Boston side, there's a lot of questionable. Time Lord, Jaylen Brown, and there's another. What's his face is out. Josh Richardson, who doesn't do anything. But I'm probably staying away from that. Horford's too expensive, in my opinion. And there's not really much that.
One more thing about Brooklyn to watch: LaMarcus Aldridge started the second half last game. He's in play anyways, but if he's starting, like, he played 34 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh, yeah. No. And I mean, in Boston, not for nothing, Boston does not rebound well when Time Lord is out.
I mean, I'll say this. To put up close to 40 DK points without hitting a 3, having 0 assists, and 1 block or steal, like,
it's a pretty good line.
Aldridge is just cheap at 5,300, like, for what he can do if he's playing 30-plus minutes.
Right. And I don't think it's crazy, even on this many games. Like, if you had James Johnson and Aldridge, I don't think that's crazy.
No, it doesn't really look like they're eating into each other at all.
No, which is absurd to me because you'd figure they're one and the same, but such is.
Yeah, such is. So I probably still wouldn't play both together just because there's so many good plays on the slate, but not because I'd actively avoid it.
Right. All right, and like you said, so we're going to go on to the next one?
Yeah, for sure. This game's better from a real-life perspective, I think.
Yeah, I'll be watching intently. All right, so this game right here, we have Chicago, Houston. Houston is 4th in pace of play. Chicago is 24th. 7.5-point favorites. 10.5-point favorites, and 217 total.
Yeah, Houston's so bad, man. They're a really tough nut to crack because if they can keep this game close, you imagine that like these guys are productive, but I struggle to see them keeping this game close. There's actually other blowout spots I'd rather take shots on than this one. Houston,
Houston's so bad.
Houston's so bad. There's not really anyone from Houston I want to roster here, or Chicago because of that. Vooch is back also. I won't roster anyone from the game. Sengun's a little bit interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yes, but center eligible only makes me especially because I have a center that I just love. So,
Podol.
yep,
I knew it was going to be Podol.
Jakob.
It's so much love. I don't get it.
I just love the way he plays.
I mean, I get it.
You get it, but I just love the man.
I feel that. We'll get to him in a little bit here now.
Yeah, but no, for me, this is a hard pass game. Like for the reasons that you just said, that it's just not.
All right, cool. Well, I think we can move on to a game I actually do like a lot.
This game, I feel like you really have to pay attention to the injuries. So, oh, shit. Sorry, let me turn that off. I generally betted on Fairfield Pick'em college hoops because I was bored, and it's 71-71 with 2 seconds left, so I have it up on my phone.
I know what injury news you're talking about. OG and Dylan Brooks.
Correct, and then Precious is questionable too.
Okay.
And yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of injuries in the sense like if Precious and OG are, I feel like Kem Birch. Kem Birch. Yeah, I don't know why I say Kareem. The guy on the phone said Kareem, so I heard that Kareem.
No, I was gonna say if Birch and Precious are out, give me some Boucher.
They have to play the guy, right?
Yeah, it also makes me like Siakam more. I already like this game anyways. Like I already am really looking at Morant, who came through big time for me the other day. Van Vliet. These guys play huge minutes. I need Brooks and Anunoby to be out to really love these guys. So I'm definitely with you. Got to wait on injury news here.
Yeah, for sure. And pace of play was for Toronto 14th and Memphis with are 15th. So it's right there.
I think this is going to be a good game, like competitive, high scoring. I like Morant. I like the way Memphis came back last time. Jared Jackson monster game. I like him a lot, assuming Brooks is out. Brooks being in will change everything for me from Memphis.
Mm-hmm. And you're looking at a 3.5 point spread too.
Yeah. But so Brooks just shoots a ton. So like he really takes away from a lot of the other guys.
Right, exactly. So he's taking away a lot of opportunity.
I was gonna say the other guy I like if OG's out is Scottie Barnes. Like he was awful in the first half of the Golden State game. He's expensive, 6,600.
I know, which is.
But like I'm telling you, he was like awful in the first half, and then he just did a little bit of everything. The game was a little blowouty, but like only 10 points. He shoots enough. Like if OG's out, I probably won't land here because it's such a big slate. But yeah. I'm interested in something else.
Yeah, no, I mean I get that for sure. But I mean I think the hard he only replicated. I thought he had 4. I thought he had 4 steals and 2 blocks. And I was like, that's going to be hard to replicate. But I really
4 fouls for sure.
I read the wrong thing.
Looking at his game log, it's not like overly enticing, but he was really good at the beginning of the year. Siakam back doesn't help him. I guess he's priced fairly, so I don't hate him, but he's not a priority.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. And I think you really have to watch this game. You have to watch that news. There's a lot of injury news that will implement which way you go with what.
100% agree.
All right. Milwaukee, Detroit. This is, let's see. Holy shit. 212.5 over under. Milwaukee is 15.5 point favorites. Detroit 6th in pace and play. Milwaukee is 12th. And everyone and their mother is out.
A lot of people are out for Detroit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for both. I'll say this: I feel like everyone is going to just avoid this game because Detroit sucks, and Milwaukee just absolutely destroyed Orlando in a similar spot. And I'll probably do the same thing, just avoid it. But I don't hate like using Giannis with Cade Cunningham, like Jeremy Grant, even like who was really good last night.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this game's competitive, we know who's playing good for Detroit. I feel like, and probably doesn't happen that often, but. Again, I mean, I don't know. Like Cunningham was chalk last night, and I bet he's under 5% owned tonight. I know it's a much bigger slate, but people are just really afraid of the blowout here, and so am I. But I don't know. I don't hate. Like the more I think about it, like with I don't think anyone's going to play. Do you think people will play Giannis here? Because I don't.
Absolutely not. Not a 12-2 in a game with a 15-point spread. No, like people are going to just see the name values of Detroit and Milwaukee, and they're not going to want to pay 12-2 because of the loss of run.
So someone said this recently, and I really think this is very true. Okay, when you have a team that's, I don't have the exact verbiage, but it'll make sense once I get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you have a team that's like, let's say there's 2 games. One has a 10-point spread, and one is a pick 'em. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
The chances of the games blowing out are the exact same. It's just in the game with the 10-point spread, the only real chance of a blowout is the team with the 10-point spread blowing the other team out. In a pick 'em game, either team could blow out either team. And I really agree with that. So, like, just because, like, this game has a 15-point spread doesn't make it, like, that much more likely to be a blowout than, like, Toronto-Memphis. It's just Toronto-Memphis, either side could blow out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely makes sense.
And I don't know if that's, like, exactly true, but to me, it makes a lot of sense. Like, and people are really afraid of these blowouts, and I am too. But, like, I don't think that using Giannis and Cunningham and Grant would be the guys that I would use. This is crazy. I won't do it because I don't have enough faith in Detroit. But I just wanted to talk that out. I mean, I don't like it enough to do it.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I think for me, in this game, I think going right back to Kojo makes a ton of sense. At 44.
See, I'd only play Kojo if I was playing other guys in this game, because if this game gets out of hand, he's not playing.
He's the first one out, right? He's the first one done. So, yeah, I mean, he's not going to be playing that many minutes if they're down by 30 going to the 4th.
I feel like Detroit, and I thought that this might happen last night, but they were up big against the Lakers, blew that lead. Same thing with Miami last night. Like, they might just be dead here.
I feel like this is one of those games where it's like they played so hard against Miami that they're just gonna. I don't know. I don't know if they can hang 2 nights in a row with 2 top-tier teams.
I don't disagree with that, because I'm kind of in that same boat. I was gonna say, what about? The one guy I wanted to talk about from Detroit is Luca Garza. If he's starting again,
started last night, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he will tonight, but if he does, I mean, he's $3K. He got into big foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He's good offensively. He would definitely get run in a blowout. So, worth noting. Far from a must, but in play if nothing else is starting.
Correct. I agree with that. Yep. At 3K, you can do worse.
100%.
Okay, so next up is Minnesota and Miami. We have, let's see, a pick'em game with a 212 total.
Jimmy Butler revenge.
Oh, God. It's true, but 10K Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he's too expensive, huh?
Mm-hmm. At least in my opinion.
I agree with that.
I feel like this game is pretty priced appropriately.
I agree, except for I'm definitely the Miami side, but I'm still willing to take a shot, like not even a shot. Go to Anthony Edwards. I mean, another blowout last game.
I mean, this guy can't catch a break.
Right. So I mean, listen, he's still priced down. He's still like finagled into 30. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And he sucked the first half.
Yeah, kind of like him a lot, actually.
7,400 too. I mean, his price tag. It's not. Again, he's missing out on minutes. He's missing out on. I just think that he's more of a 40 upwards type player.
Same. I mean, there's been a lot of game scripts recently where he hasn't done that, and there might be a couple coming up where he has 50 plus. But I agree with you. He's like a 40 plus player.
Right. Yep, I agree with that. Nothing. I mean,
this
Beverly's
game,
fine. That's not where I'm going though.
Yeah, this game, I think you said it best. It's priced like according, like the guys are priced how they should be.
Right. So it's kind of with 13 games. You heard us a lot. 13 games. If it's priced right and it doesn't make sense, don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have no problem if I'm not like off of D'Lo. He's just not a priority for me tonight because there's so many good plays.
Right. Exactly. All right. Next on the docket is OKC, Utah. So this is let's see, 207 total. Utah is 13.5-point favorites. Shy is out. Go right back to our boy.
Yeah, man, both our boys, Giddy and Robinson Earl, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Giddy, I feel like he's going to put up so many damn shots. I just feel like he's consistently putting up shots. He has the ball in his hands more often. And at 66, he's just not priced appropriately to where he should be.
Yeah, he's a 7K player with Shy out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
I think he's proven. Yeah, he's doing it for me. I think he'll be one of those guys that kind of staple in.
Yeah, same. Been making one lineup tonight. He's in it, I think, as of right now. And Robinson Earl is priced up a little bit, but so are everyone on this slate. So is everyone, excuse me. Like, guys are just priced up a bit now.
Right.
Like, there isn't that much value for 4K.
Right. And if he puts up, again, even if he middles these last two games, if he says 30 points at 4K and you get 30 points or 29 points, you're happy with that.
He's also late, too. Like, I'm telling you, like, I watched this kid at Villanova a lot. Like, I know I heard someone else say today, like, he's not the most productive player. And I know you were talking about yesterday, like, he's more hustle. Like, I'm not saying that he's like, like Michael Jordan. This kid is skilled, though. Like, this kid is good. Like, I think he's a lot better than, like, the Kenrich Williamses of the world and these other guys that they're shuffling through. Again, maybe I'm wrong on that, but I personally do. Like, I really liked him at Villanova. I thought he was a lot better than these other guys they have. So it's not surprising to me that he's playing well here. And I'm going to keep riding it, I think. Like, I see no reason not to. I like taking shots on OKC in this spot more than I do like Houston or even Orlando. No, not Orlando, like Detroit. Even though the line's basically the same. I just think Robinson Earl and Giddy are going to play huge minutes, and they're just going to scroll into value in all formats with upside in both.
Yep, no, I completely agree with that. I mean, if you look at his last 5 game log too, he's not a $4,300 player. He's more of a 5 to 5.2 type player.
Yes, and I wouldn't pay 5.2 for him here, but I'll pay 4.3 for him.
Absolutely. Yep.
Because he doesn't need to be the to give you 30 here to be like, even if he gives you 22 here, like you're not happy with it, but it's not killing you at all.
Right. And look at his value. Like, they just didn't move his price for the longest time. 36, 28. Like, he's consistently hitting minimum 5 times value, close upwards to 8 to 9.
Yeah, exactly. So
I like that. I like him. I think he's gonna be another guy who's under the radar. I think people are still sleeping on him.
I do too. Give me Robinson, Earl, and Giddy. Those are the two guys I like. OKC. Is there anyone else from OKC and or Utah you like?
No. Again, I think Utah, for who they are, is priced where they're supposed to be, and I think these adjustments have not been made with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being out. So I think
that's all DFS is, right? It's not about like this game's closed, that game's closed, whatever. It's all about the pricing and like how many points they're going to put up at that price.
Right. And that's exactly where like Giddy is just too cheap. Like we both said, he's a 7K player. On a slate like this, Earl Robinson should be a 5K player. So there's savings right there.
Robinson, Earl. But I also think that Giddy is like, he shouldn't be more expensive than like 7 to 7,200, but he's got upside for like 50 plus because he could he could definitely triple double.
Absolutely. And the other thing is too, is like if SGA was out, like I would not be playing him at 6'6". But the fact that we're given
was in, you mean?
That's what I mean. Yeah. What did I say? Out? Holy moly.
Yeah. If he was in, I wouldn't be playing him at 6'6". But I do think he's like priced, like he's almost priced in the middle because he's too cheap with Shai out, but he's a little bit too expensive to Shai in.
Correct. Right.
Like at 6K, I'd still be really looking at him with Shai in.
Right, but 66 would make you cause for pause.
Definitely. I think he's good, and he's got experience playing pro ball. So I hope he doesn't lose run and this game doesn't get crazy out of hand. But as of now, I like Gideon and Robinson Earl a lot, and I'm with you. I don't need to run it back with any Utah.
Right, exactly. All right, sweet. So the next one is the Pelicans, who have let us down more often than not, and the Wizards. So we have a 210 total. Washington 3.5 point favorites. And we have What do we have? Washington. Washington's very slow in pace, and so is New Orleans.
Yes, they are.
So
this is not a game I like a lot. Like, I still am willing to take a shot on Ingram at 7,700. I think Devontae Graham will probably play. One of these games, Ingram's going to be good. His best game came against the Wizards like a week ago. They lost in Washington after they had like a huge lead. This is what I was talking about. They get blown out or they have huge leads and blow them. They were up 20 in the fourth quarter against Washington on the 15th and lost by 5.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's happened 3 times to them this year where they've been up 15 plus in the second half and lost. So Ingram, I like Ingram a lot as a player. 7,700. You're still buying low on him. He'd be my favorite piece. But this game is now the guys are healthy, priced affordably. I don't need to prioritize anyone here.
Yeah, no, I think for me, similarly, like I'm not really looking at this game. If Devontae Graham is out again, I don't mind looking at Josh Hart again, 59. But again, I think he's priced appropriately. But again, I think he serves a good purpose in that mid-range if you need that mid-range piece.
I agree, especially if Graham's out.
Right. Yeah, and as for Washington, I'm just all set.
Yeah, same. Washington's much better in real life now, but they're worse from a DFS perspective because they're slower, they have more players, and they play with slower pace. So it's what it is.
That's it. Yeah. All right. So next up, my guy Jakob and the Hawks. We have 223 total, 3.5 point favorites for Atlanta.
So I will say before we talk about the Spurs, man, both Herder and Gallo were really good last game.
They were. Yeah, they both played very well. I mean, I know we were saying pick one or the other, but you wouldn't have looked bad if you took both of them.
No.
Yeah, Herder's
solid, man. Nice to see him get 5 boards, 5 assists. Like, when he's doing stuff like that, it shows you he can get there even when he's not making all his threes. I can't play Gallo, I don't think, on this slate now that he's 4,400. I just like Robinson Earl more. There was one other guy earlier in that price point that I liked also. That was like 42. I can't remember now.
Oh, James Johnson.
James Johnson is exactly who it was. And I like him a lot. The more I talk about him, dude, I love playing that guy in DFS, especially when he's not going to get love. It's risky because you don't know he's going to get the minutes, but he's the type of guy, if he gets the minutes, he's going to produce. Kind of like JaVale McGee.
Oh, God, yeah, JaVale McGee. When he plays 20 minutes, he gets you 40 points.
Exactly.
He'll play 2 minutes.
Right. So, yeah, that's exactly who it was. All right. From the Atlanta side, I don't know. Like, Trae Young seems affordable when you've got guys like LaMelo Ball, 1,000 more. But I like Dejounte Murray at the same price point more. And I also like Ja Morant more. But I could definitely see running like a Murray and Trae Young stack and hoping this game, like, you get an overtime game. You know what I mean? Like, both those guys have massive upside here. Who would you like more, Murray or Trae Young, before you talk about Pirtle?
I think I like Murray more for the sole reason that he does more. You know what I mean? He distributes, he'll crash the boards. So I just like him more from that standpoint. He's got a higher usage rate than Trae Young does as well. So I like Murray better. Exactly. Like if Trae sucks, they can still be in a game with him sucking.
Right.
If Murray sucks, they're probably getting blown out.
Who do you think's the better NBA player, Trae Young or Dejounte Murray?
I still think Murray might be the better overall player. Like, looking at all facets of it.
I do think Murray is a better all-around player, but if I was like picking one guy that I wanted to start a team with, it would be Trae Young. Only because, like, his offense, I don't know. Like, first off, he's shown. I mean, he carried his team to the conference finals last year. I know that might have just been a fluke, but like, Dejounte Murray's got a much better overall skill set, but Trae Young's just like got that like Steph Curry, offensive upside.
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I think so. It's funny because, like, I coach a varsity squad out this way too, and if I'm starting a team, I'm starting more with Murray because he gives you every asset. He might not be a better scorer, obviously, but he gives you all those things, like those inevitable pieces. You know what I mean? Like 10 rebounds for a point guard is insane.
The only thing I'll say is, like, the Spurs kind of suck and the Hawks don't. So, like,
yes,
I'm not saying that's all on Murray and that's all because of Trae Young, but I'm putting a little of that on Murray, like that. Like he obviously can't be like the best player on like, I mean, it's on like even a playoff team where Trae Young's kind of proven that he can be.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think, it's funny. He's the type of guy that he's the type of guy I would love to see the Celtics trade for. Like Jaylen Brown for him.
Yeah, I would love that move for you guys too. Although he's still not as great of a shooter though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's a distributing point guard that can score the rock too. So it's a dual threat rather than having Schroeder bring the ball up who 6 minutes time isn't going to shoot the ball. And when he does shoot, it's a shit shot. Like I just like the way the kid plays. And
I definitely think Murray is like underrated as far as like the NBA public goes. He's like an unknown.
Yeah, because he's stuck in San Antonio.
Look at his game log, dude. I mean, he's basically got 60 plus and 3 of 4. I like him a lot. I can't actually decide who I like more between him and John Morant. Might be him. When I roster Murray, and I know he had that bad game against the Timberwolves, and he had that bad one against Dallas too, but like I feel confident he's getting me 50 plus. I do.
Right. And the thing is, no one will ever play DeJounte Murray at 9,600.
The same price over him.
Right. So
I think that's kind of nuts. All right, talk about your boy.
Yeah, I mean, so he's coming back from, obviously he was on the COVID list. He came back, he played, and he played very, very well for who he was. He played 31 minutes, which is more than he's played almost all season. Didn't shoot the ball incredibly well on the free throw line, but again, rebounds were there. He looked active. I don't know. I just see him having a game where he's gonna hit 35-ish DK points.
Yeah, I want him if he hits 35.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's crazy. I just don't think he's like a must. I mean, the big thing for me is the minutes. He was coming back. He played 15 in his first game, then played 31. He could easily play 34 here because he was playing big minutes earlier on in the season.
Right. He was averaging 33 a game.
Yeah, that said, it's still Popovich, and he's definitely in play. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a solid mid-tier play. I just don't think he's like, oh, you have to lock him in and move on personally. But no. I might end up using him because of his price point. And I do feel pretty comfortable he'll get me 30-ish. And while I don't love that, I don't love center again tonight, really. So
Right. And I think that plays a big part of it. I think he just gives you – and a game, it's a pace-up game too. Like a pace game where they're going to go. So I like him.
Yeah, I get it. I have no arguments with it. You like him more than me, but I certainly get it. So
yep.
That's what's up. All right. Anyone else? Do you like Derek White?
I always like Derek White for the price we're here. But he is at 53. I think he balled. Was it last game he balled or 2 games he balled?
Yeah, he did.
Last game he balled. Yeah. And it sucks because we talked about him here. We both We both talked about him. We both liked him, and then I didn't end up playing him.
Same, but as you said, why couldn't it be Derek White's game tonight? It's not like he's never done it before. There's the point.
Right. And I mean, look at the shots. 17 shots. I mean, whew.
Yeah, he's definitely in play here.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm with you 100%.
All right. Anyone else from this game that you like? Or you?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Next game is Philly and Golden State. Clay was rocking the 77 jersey because he was ranked.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't in the top 75.
Yeah, that was funny as shit. So 217 total, and Golden State is 10.5-point favorites.
It's almost impossible to break down Philly with Harris, Curry, and what's his name? Questionable.
Who?
Harris,
Danny
Curry, and Green. Yeah. So honestly, so many games on this slate. I don't like the spot for Philly. If Harris plays, he's my favorite piece. If Harris is out and Curry plays, sure. But I don't need to set my lineups based on these guys. There's other plays I like all over the board. Golden State's priced affordably for who they are. I'm not paying 11-4 for Curry. I don't think it's the craziest play in the world because we know he's got upside, but I think I can just cross off this game, recognizing that some pieces might be good, but some pieces might be good in a lot of games.
Yeah, and exactly. I think the value pieces that we were playing a couple of games back are all priced affordably now. So even if those other guys are out, they're still more accurately priced than they were before.
Right. Like they're still fine plays. Like Niang,
Right.
Corbin,
Like Niang, right.
But like they're not like guys that you like need to roster anymore. I mean,
Right.
there's the prices just keeps going up, and like
Right.
it's a bigger slate also.
Right. And like so like
personally, like why is Niang more expensive than Robinson Earl?
I was literally just
minutes.
gonna say that. I was literally gonna say that.
I also like James Johnson more. I mean, I get it. The minutes are worth something, but
right.
I don't know. I think those other guys just are better or more productive. So
Yep.
this is, and now the price is up. He's more expensive than those other guys too, which is the biggest point.
Which is a no.
It's weird. There aren't like that many guys on this slate I love.
No, you'd think for 26 games you'd have a lot more love guys, but for me, I'm the same way. Like meh. Like there's guys I like a lot, like Giddy and JRE and Poto, but like no one I would love.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like James Chop, right there with you.
Yeah. All right. The last one we have is Portland, Sacramento. We have Portland's a 1.5 favorite team, and total is 225.5. Portland 7th is in pace of play, and Sacramento is 10th.
I mean, I'll put Covington right in the Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Like he might even be, honestly, like he might even be a stronger play. Like he's right there.
Right, like 4,300 for a guy who's consistently getting mid to upper 20s.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not going to last forever, but he's also a really streaky guy. So when he's streaking this, I mean, I'm very apt to go back here. I don't love anything else from Portland. CJ McCollum was really good last night.
Yeah, he was. He was very good. He was probably better than Dame.
Yeah, I'm sure he was better than Dame. Man, this slate we didn't even meant like there's so many good guards on this slate. Like
right.
Because we haven't even, going all the way back. Westbrook is a lock if those other guys are out.
Right. So that's automatically one of your guard spots right off the bat.
And then I like Brogdon a lot. Giddy's small forward eligible, which helps.
Right. Right.
But like one guy we didn't talk. One guy that we didn't really talk about. Maybe we did. I just forgot. In the Toronto Memphis game was Van Vliet.
No, we did not talk about him.
I like him a lot. He's like your type of guy too. He plays such huge minutes.
And he's a dog.
He wasn't great the past 2 games, but I mean, blowout against Sacramento where he was whatever, they didn't need him. Mm-hmm. Blowout against Utah. This guy plays 40 minutes a game. You know what I mean? Put up 55 in Philly. I feel like he's definitely got that upside in him, and his price is low here. I actually like him a lot, even more than right before you brought him up.
Yeah, no, and I think the bigger piece of that is if those guys that we had talked about are out, especially OG, that makes me like him a hell of a lot more. If OG's out.
I will say it makes me like him more, but he's one guy I could play anyways because he's got the ball in his hands a lot anyways. But you're not wrong. If OG's out, I like him more.
Right. I mean, look at the shots.
Sure. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. We didn't touch on Sacramento really, but there's nothing I want from them.
They are a mess.
The rotation was kind of what I thought it would be. Bagley reemerged, but he only played 12 minutes. Metu did not leave the bench.
Right.
And Buddy Hield was pretty good actually. Harrison Barnes' price is down. Fox was awful again.
Fox, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that guy. But yeah, Buddy Hield, I mean, he's fine. He just doesn't do much. Again, 5,600, I'm spending my money elsewhere. I'd much rather play Derek White at that range than him. I
am with that. I can't see myself rostering anyone from Sacktown here.
Yeah, no. I think from the only late game, from this game, Covington is fine.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. You want to build one?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right.
Honestly, and I'm just going to say this now, I don't think very few guys on this slate are musts at all.
Right.
Anyone, because there's so many good plays.
Right. And it's 2016. It's literally 85% of the league.
Exactly. So, man, it's hard because of the Toronto-Memphis game. Like,
well, and the injury news to the Lakers too.
Yeah, agreed. I'm kind of assume the Lakers guys are out.
That's how I am too. When I build, I'm going under the assumption that AD and LeBron are out.
And also, I'm seeing Dylan Brooks is like, I think he's going to play here.
Oh boy.
Okay, put in Westbrook. If I'm going to assume those guys, I'm going to assume those guys are out. Dylan Brooks is in. That's just what I'm going to assume for this. That takes me off of like that whole Memphis. I still like Van Vliet, but I want to wait on the OG. I kind of hope all those guys play now. So if those guys are not putting Giddey at small forward,
that's small forward.
Robinson Earl, yeah, I think it's just going to put him at shooting guard anyway. Oh no, nice.
I moved it.
Yeah, but sometimes I do that and it doesn't even work. All right.
Do you want Robinson Earl at center or power forward?
I'm thinking about it because if Garza's starting, it doesn't even matter if he's starting. I kind of don't even want Garza.
Yeah, I'm not going to go Garza.
I want Robinson Earl at center and James Johnson at power forward.
I like that. And be a little hype man over here. Yes.
I want Brogdon at my guard. There's no way he's shooting guard eligible, right?
Nope.
No. I want I do like Horton Tucker a lot. Again, I like that call. I mean, it's no matter if I want him at my guard or my forward.
Well, we can throw him in your utility until you figure that out.
Yeah, true. So I just know how much I have.
Right.
It's 54. It's fine. Just leave him there. Okay. And I'll see because I could go Van Vliet. Like I could go Van Vliet at shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? And like Horton Tucker at forward. And how much would that leave me? See, there's like no. Is there anyone that's cheap?
37.
Kind of like that was good last night. Malik Monk.
Was he good last night? I didn't see his box score.
He was real good.
So yeah, I mean, where is he? He must be down here somewhere,
He's
right?
Like 41, I think. So
They
priced a lot of these guys up.
Yeah, see, Wagner is 39. That would have been perfect if you could have put him.
Yeah, so take out Van Vliet.
Okay.
And go to like utility.
Yep.
Just so I can see who's below Van Vliet. So just like start there. Keep going. I do think Jared Allen's interesting too. Like he's pretty affordable for pull him up.
Who he is.
Yeah. Also Anthony Edwards right there. Who do you like more, Allen or Edwards?
Edwards. I just feel the big game coming.
Same. Throwing Edwards here. We'll see what we got. Okay. Then we got 4,100. That might be Malik Monk.
Right. That could be. Yeah, I'll go to utility just because we know obviously we can put in whoever. Yeah, I can move things around. 41 range is right there. You could go Cove. Isn't Cove 4? Was he 43?
No, Monk's 39 actually. Who are you talking about?
Cove.
Oh, Robert Covington. He's 43.
Yep.
Pull up Malik Monk real quick, and there's also like Boucher potentially.
Right. Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like those pieces in that game are huge.
Dude.
No.
Well, Monk took 7 threes, only hit 130 DK points. Now, granted, 8. I'm telling you, if I like him a lot, if those guys are out for the Lakers.
Yeah, it's a great call. I mean, again, you could. I mean, it's you could stack the 3 of them: Horton Tucker, Westy,
easily.
And him. Yep. No problem with that.
So, sweet. All right, you want to build one?
Yeah, I'll build one. All right, so we're gonna clear this out. We're gonna go Westy again. I'm going under the same assumption that LeBron and AD are out. Shooting guard. I'm gonna go to power forward first because I want what's his face. Robinson Earl, and then Center, I want Jakob Potel. And then forward, I think I'm going to ride your forward call with James Johnson. I like that call.
I forgot about Pirtle too.
Yeah.
Shooting
guard. Huh?
I could have gone him in that build.
Yeah.
Instead of Edwards.
Giddy. Edwards.
Is Edwards a priority, or are you only putting him in because I just said that?
No. I like him anyways.
Who do you like more, Edwards or Brogdon?
I think Brogdon's too cheap for who he is.
Same. I like Brogdon more also.
So, but again, I mean, in this range here, who else did I put that I like? Like, if I got off Edwards, or even if I got off James Johnson, I could do that. Go off him, and then I could go LaMarcus. And then 49 gets me. I can go to all because I can essentially maneuver shit. Yeah. See that this is where I jump off of Edwards here, and I try to go. If I put at my guard spot, let's see if I can I get Brogdon in that guard spot? Brogdon 76. Small forward is Horton Tucker. And then 47 at forward or utility. Yeah, so then let's see. Let's go. Sorry, guys. James Johnson, let's try that again. Because I do want one of the bigs, because we know historically Boston does not box out well. They don't rebound well.
James Johnson definitely not a must, though.
No, not at all. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll. Oh, what about? Oh, hold on. Franz Wagner.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about him. Yeah, I mean, and you said you like Miles Turner, right?
I do.
So I mean, I don't mind throwing him right there.
Josh Hart, if what's his name's out.
Josh Hart, or I can go up to 62 here. Harrison Barnes we said was too cheap, and I could drop Brogdon down to Edwards.
For sure. I completely respect that.
But yeah, I think you really got to watch the Toronto because Van Vliet too. Like that's the thing. If OG's out, I really really like Van Vliet.
Yeah, same. Definitely got to wait on news here.
Right. So, probably a less than ideal night for me to go out to dinner, but that's just life.
And that's why we got cell phones these days. So
thank God we do. Let me tell you.
Thank God we do. That is an understatement of the year. All right. Well, I guess we should probably head off here just because people are going to have no time to watch this because it's an hour-long video and the slate locks in 2 hours. But still, I love making these videos with you. And, that's all we got till Friday. We got another probably bigger slate. We haven't even talked about that yet, but nothing tomorrow. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Appreciate you as always. And thanks, guys. If you want more content, go check out the DFS 5-pack. Go follow me on Twitter at Fantasy Tips Matt. Go follow my boy here at DFS Patriot. Let's rock and roll. You got anything else?
No, I said happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you have a good one. Always open for questions if you need them.
Thanks, guys.
See you later, guys.